Okay then, let's try a little bit of this and see how we get on then. So this is my first attempt at doing some screen recording, and I'm just going to try and do a little bit of a demo of how I might apply a livery to a car in Photoshop. So what you can see here is my model that's been provided by Optical Dreamsoft. It's just a base render, pre-rendered down, so there's no 3D capabilities, it's just a pure flat template for me to have a bit of a play with. So let's see how we might want to apply a fictional livery. Okay, so how I've broken it down is I've got my model into a various selection of states with certain elements in place. Okay, so I've got the background, which you can see here, the small print and the logo, the car model itself, including a driver's helmet, the main body or mask, which we'll go into in a second, and also the tyres, which I've updated to make them look a little bit better. We also have additional overlays that we put in place to change colours, but use as and when we need them, and also motion if we want to change the background and put it on something a little bit different. Now, let's start with a modelling. So what I have in place, I have as you can see here, I've got the main model, but I've also masked it out so I can apply certain elements to certain parts of the car as and when I want, which doesn't impact other parts of the car as well. So you can see here we've got the main colour. You can see certain elements have already been pre-changed, so we can just sort of impact them as we go. Okay, so first stop, let's apply a logo to the car. Who should we have? We'll have Elgato. So I'll get there. I'll get the logo. Borrow that. Okay, we're on Windows here, so it's not brilliant for borrowing logos, because it doesn't always. Whenever you get PNG or an SVG, what it'll do is it'll put a black background, as you can see here. Let's just bring that to the top for now, and we'll get rid of some of the rubbish that we don't need, just to make it a bit clearer. And then we'll drop it into the mask that's been predefined. So that you can see, so it doesn't, as you can see, it doesn't go over the edge. You can place it where you want without impacting anything else. Now it looks a little bit big at the moment. We'll just scale it back down. And as you can see, it's not quite how I would like it, so I'm going to just sort of give it a slight tweak and a little bit of a warp, just to make it look a bit and feel a bit more natural on the car. Let's give it a little bit, okay. Little skew. That feels a bit more like it naturally might do if it's actually laid upon the car itself, because of the curves and the shapes of the car themselves. Okay, so let's go now and quickly just throw some. We'll change the colour of the car, because Elgato's colour is generally a nice deep blue. Let's go get the actual blue itself. We'll go back to here. We'll go copy. Let's go to the website. That'll do. Copy, and top. Move over here. We'll have that nice deep blue. We'll take that to the main shell. We'll delete that out. Give it blue. Look at that, looking splendid already. So what we can see up here, we've got some nice little shapes and change, little angles that we can potentially bring in. We'll borrow the colour. We'll just let's see, what do we want to do? We'll create a new layer, and we'll throw some of these angles at it. Get a bit of colour. Move it around. Oh, look at that, we've already got some kind of style kicking in already, just to give it a bit of a definition. I think it's pretty easy to create a livery quite happily. We'll get rid of that now, we don't need it anymore. Okay. rid of the template. And we'll apply another logo sub-brand to the car. So let's think of another, who can we use? Let's have, those esports. They've got a lovely online brand, and it's, I think they're doing really well. And also they're part of an Elgato, so things that kind of comes in well. If I will borrow a few of these other things, and we'll bring something in place here. So let's go. Right, we will go to. It's quite big. Borrow that. There we go. So we'll zoom in a little bit. We'll borrow a couple of these items. Hopefully, the level that we have the wizard at will pick up the image without any issues. Yeah, we'll do that. Drop that in, bring it into the mask, because then it'll apply the linear burn which we've got, which creates a softer, natural flow through of the actual colour, which is great. I think that looks nice just there. We're going to go get the Logitech G logo. Logi logo. Near enough. See what kind of white background. Found the white background. That'll do, because we can change. Cut out some of the black. Doop, boop, boop, boop. Sorry. Awkward to sort out. We'll move this down to the front wing. I think that'll look nice down there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to turn that logo, I think for general consistency, I think we'll make that a nice little white logo. That'll work better. Sorry, my cat in the background. Okay, lovely. Now, I think we still need a few more supporting logos. We'll borrow my little logo. We'll press Alt, drag it across. Oh, we don't want the entire element. Right click, vector logo, Alt, drag it across, shrink it down, touch, Control, using Control. That's locked. Rubbish. Bring it out. You see it there, Control T. Make it a little bit smaller, maybe put it in just in there, that'll look nice. It's got a slight overlay. It's grey, so we'll just generally remove the overlay. Don't need to clear this down. There we go. Still looks a bit big, a bit out there. Bring that down. Okay, lovely, lovely. So who else do we have on the Veloce? So we also had Playseat, didn't we? Playseat logo. Lovely. Let's go to images, make them a bit bigger. About there. Let's find one that's anyone's got a white background, ideally. Perfect. Copy it. Just bring to the top. Let's get rid of some of the white. Paste and make it white altogether. We'll call it, we'll overlay. We'll draw it back down into our main body. And we'll shrink it down a touch to fit it somewhere nice and neat onto the car. We could go for quite a big one, but I think we'll go for a sporting brand. Go in just in there. That looks quite nice as a car in general. It's still not really popping. We need. Okay, so let's think about an additional esports. Who else? What else can we do? Why don't we apply? So I'm just looking here for something decent to put on. Why don't we apply? Well, yeah, we'll just borrow the logo again. Boop, 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 boop. www.x. Then the option is just colour it in white. T. We'll put that on the rear wing. Just give something over there to look at as well. There we go. So I've got base now. I think that's looking pretty solid. I think we might even just throw a little Xbox logo in there as well. Xbox logo. Boop, boop. I think just a little, that'll do. Another cross-platform and into real world now with Extreme E. But let's just throw this in here for just to fill up a little bit of space. Give it a little bit of something else to look at. Okay, right, so that's all now looking pretty good. I think it just needs a bit more, something else to make it just pop a little bit. So let's give it a few more edgy lines. We could go white with the lines. Just have a look, see how they look. Ooh, wrong colour. Boop, 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 boop. Don't know if they make it just a bit. Well, a few of them might look alright. Then depends where I want to. Let's use the same one for consistency. We'll pop it somewhere else. We'll want the front there, maybe. No. Yeah, that looks nice. One over here, yeah, that looks pretty cool. We'll get another big splash of, not quite as big as the main ones, but slightly lighter blue again. We'll go a bit more turquoisey. Almost exactly the same. Bit blue. Yeah, that's not good. Horizontal, vertical. Oh, I've done that. Ah, you idiot. Managed to draw onto the same layer. And we'll do it again. Alt. Horizontal, vertical. We'll put that there. We'll drop to the back of that particular, so we're not covering over any logos. I think that's starting to look pretty cool. We're gonna look too low there now. Works over there. No. We'll try another one somewhere in the middle. No, it doesn't work. It's so. Let's shrink it down a bit. What's one? There again. Yeah, I'll put that there. That's cool. And we'll apply one last one. You know what? Don't need it. Zoom out. Okay, looking good. I'm pretty happy with that so far. So sometimes a lot of people will apply a shadow or a reflection. Photoshop, it can be a bit awkward, especially if you've not got a real, if you've not got the real 3D model, which will obviously allow shadows and reflections depending on what program you're using. So what we'll do in this case, we'll cheat a little bit. So we'll take the entire model, go to the top, go to the very top layer, edit, copy merged, we'll paste it. That gives us an entire replica of the car, complete replica. Okay, we'll then flip vertical, shrink it down quite a bit, place it just bottom of the car, drop it to the back layer pretty much. So at least it's, well, just above the background, but behind the actual car itself. Oh, put it in. Oh, nice to put it to lock there. Unlock that folder. There we go. Not quite fit in there, but it'll do. So what we'll do now, we're going to then effectively make it try and disappear. So with layer mask, hide all. We'll then go and find a nice little gradient. Normally a basic one, so black to white. We'll bring it in. Which way do I want to go? That way. So you can see what we're taking is from the dark to the bottom to the white, we're making the actual car fade and disappear a little touch. So we've got just a hint of a shadow, but not a full shadow, not a full reflection, sorry, altogether as well. Take the opacity right down because it's just a hint. There we go. I think that's fine. And you can just see a little touch of Elgato, the logo on the front wing and the tyre as well. I think that's just enough to give it something. So finally, what we're going to do, what we've done there. There we go. Come back out, go to my templates and the actual main body of what we called it. I'm going to give this a name. I'm going to call this Veloce or Veloce, whatever how you pronounce it. Esports F1 livery design concept. There you have it. Quick model, quickly done, ready to output, and Bob's your uncle. I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.